I'm here at the Dinner En Blanc with 15,000 other people for dinner. I have no idea how we're going to clean all this up. Well, today, I wanted to give you a bit of an insight into one of the best events I've ever been to in Paris, the Dinner En Blanc, or the White Dinner. You know what I say, whatever you do it fabulously. So why don't you come and join me on this week's episode of Travelling Fabulously. This Dinner En Blanc was its 30th anniversary, and for an event that's been going for 30 years, it was definitely a not to miss event. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe so you can get more fabulous videos next week. So, the Dinner En Blanc. The Dinner En Blanc came about when 30 years ago, a group of friends decided to have a picnic in the park in the Bois de Boulogne. Not knowing where they were going to organise it, because, you know, the Bois de Boulogne, it's a bit, well, it can be a bit out there. Plenty. Oh, it's another dog. Oh. Not knowing where they were going to picnic in the Bois de Boulogne, and because they were inviting some friends of friends of friends, they thought, how do we meet up? How do we know each other? What happens if I arrive early before my other friends do? You've got one of those friends? I do. Yeah, always arrive late. You know who you are. So they all decided to dress in white. So 30 years ago, a group of friends got together and had a picnic in the park, all dressed in white. 30 years later, there's 15,000 of them. A lot of friends. So I thought I'd take this time to give you a bit of an insight into the Dinner En Blanc. Since that first picnic, the Dinner En Blanc has just expanded and grown and grown and grown. To get an invite to the Dinner En Blanc, first of all, you need to know somebody who's been before. And they need to be basically like an organiser. So we were lucky. Basically, they invite you, you get a code, you register on the interweb. That's the internet for old people. Well, no, it's not really. That's just me trying to be funny. Did it work? Normally it's an invitation-only event, but this year they decided to do a ballot for 5,000 international guests. That's right, 5,000. There were people from America, from Italy, from Australia. People from everywhere came just to go to dinner in Paris. So you register online, and then, on the day, you get told where to meet. And you have to meet up at a certain meeting point. You have to bring along with you, per couple, a table, 2 chairs, cloth white napkins, white tablecloth. You see there's no paper allowed. You also need to bring around cutlery, plates and glasses, as well as a 3-course dinner. Oh, and of course some wine and champagne packed up and you're ready to go. And you get in an Uber van to the meeting point where you're going to be on a bus full of people who have no idea where they're going. Say you're all dressed in white, your picnic's ready, you get in the bus, and that's when you find out where your destination is going to be and how many people are coming. This year it was at the grounds out in front of Les Invalides, or as I like to call it, Les Invalides. So you get on the bus and they actually close the blinds on the bus. Yep, they don't want people knowing where we're going. Some people might see a busload of people all dressed in white and go, oh my God, that's the White Dinner, and follow us. And they wouldn't be dressed in white, they wouldn't have picnics, and they'd be no fun at all. When we arrive, of course, one of the most interesting things is that there are people at the venue that we're going to have this dinner at that aren't all dressed in white. No, they're the people that are just there, you know, like French people having wine and champagne and cheese with their lovers. Or tourists enjoying, you know, the lovely night under the Parisian stars after walking around the Louvre for 5 hours. They're all relaxing in the grounds of Les Invalides, having a lovely time, minding their own business. So the logistics are, we have to, of course, ask all the people behind us to leave their picnic spots for this evening so people can go and drink and eat in their place. Set up the tables and let's eat. Once 15,000 people start to set up a dinner party around you with tables, chairs, they're all dressed in white, they're all bringing out cutlery, lights, all of the things to decorate the table, they moved on. And suddenly there's 15,000 people sitting down, ready to start their first course. But you have to wait. Yes, there's a tradition. As soon as everything is set up, as all the food's out on the tables and ready to be eaten, we all get up, stand up on our chairs and wave our cloth white napkins in the air. That's to let everybody know that we're ready to start. Food was fantastic, if I do say so myself. Well, we all made different things. I made the dish that I got into MasterChef on. Chicken, pistachio and cranberry terrine with some lovely marinated cherries. Just delicious. I'll put the recipe on my blog. You can check it out there. I made a very typical Aussie coconut lemon slice and some strawberries and white chocolate because I was told to make a surprise. So, surprise! No, just so that you know, in Paris, the Dinner En Blanc is not actually authorised. No authorisation needed. It's a pop-up event. It just happens. The authorities know that it's so well organised that they just let it happen. About halfway through the dinner, I realised that what happens if I want to go to the loo? Well, they have that all in hand. When we rocked up, there was nothing there except for a couple of chairs to mark out the points where we were all supposed to start lining up our tables. That was it. But halfway through the night, I realised they've set up speakers, there's music playing, there's toilets, there's everything there that you'd need to have a fabulous dinner party for 10,000 people. It all just rocks up soon as the buses arrive. So does everything else. Once all the food's eaten and everything's done, then it's time for the sparklers. Love a good sparkler, and I don't need an excuse to get out a good sparkler, I can tell you that now.
Et la joie que la poussée par son sourire, n'entendant asperger et rejaillir au fond de moi. Mais soudain, je pousse un cri parmi les rires, quand la foule vient là.
They're all dancing in the street. But you know what? There's still cars on the street. Tourist buses go on past taking photos of us. But no, let's just all dance in the street. The police came along. Well, I thought that was it. It was going to be all over Red Rover then. But no, it wasn't. More police came. They just blocked off the street so that everybody could dance. One of the most fun, special moments in Paris that we've ever had. I hope you've enjoyed me showing you it. If you like this video, press the like button, share it around with your friends. I love to be shared around. And, of course, whatever you do, subscribe so that you can get more fabulous videos. Don't forget to join me next week. But remember, whatever you do it fabulously. I'll see you next week. You know what I say? Whatever you do it fabulously. So why not join me on Travelling Fabulously?